Howdy, it's Jim Morado, and this is early April 2023. We're in Midway, Kentucky, which is just it's a great little town. Man, I don't want to compare it to Mayberry. That gets done to death. But it is a cute town with a cute little downtown area, lots of nice shops, restaurants, and a train track that goes right through town. Lots of great history here too, and we just think quite a lot of this town, and we try to get up there whenever we can. It's not that far from Lexington, and yeah, you can check it out as we circle. We're actually circling that railroad area right now. I'm just giving you a little look at some of the buildings and some of the places around Midway. They have a great community museum that they've just opened up in the last year, and I'll put up another video just of that museum. Less than 2,000 people live in Midway, and they've got a college, they've got a great museum, great restaurants. They really have a sense of let's make this town something nice, and every town could be doing that. Oh, and by the way, they've got my favorite Mexican restaurant in Kentucky. This is Don Jockey's, and that is one heck of a burrito. Their street corn is the best, and we like that place a lot. And I wanted to give them a quick tip of the hat. A lot of the buildings here have little historic markers on them, telling you what was here before, and then you can kind of look at the building now and kind of look at it then. A little historic marker there. You know I'm a Civil War person. So let me just read a little bit of information to you from, actually I'm going to cover that a little bit too. Let me read a little bit of information about the town during the Civil War. 1862, Confederate John Hunt Morgan's raiders come to Midway, and his telegraph officer, George Ellsworth, sent false messages to Federal commanders. Oh, by the way, check out that train. I love that train. Lots of train history here. I always love a caboose. 1863, Moses Burks, future first pastor of Midway Colored Methodist Church, used Methodist Meeting Hall to recruit enslaved and free African Americans to enlist in the Federal Army. Confederate Jerome Clark, a.k.a. Sue Mundy, stole Midway horses from Woodburn Farm, including an attempt to steal undefeated champion Asteroid, who was rescued by neighbors, and that we just saw a little historic marker about that a moment ago. By the way, I love that building. That building is so pretty, just so perfect. 1864, Confederate guerrillas kill Adam Harper Jr. at Nanchura Farm outside Midway. 1864, Federal General Stephen Burbridge ordered reprisal executions in Midway. These 4 executed Confederate soldiers are buried in Midway Cemetery, and I need to look that up a little more. That's just interesting. 1865, Confederate guerrillas burned Railroad Depot in Midway, and right after the Civil War, Weisenberger Mill opened in present location, and I'm going to put up a video about that mill, because it is a really cool place. It's really pretty, and it's a business that has been going on in the same family for several generations. There's a great bookstore here, a little book and gift shop. I can't think of the name of it right now. We were here on a Sunday, so it was closed. I peeked in their window, though. But man, that place is really cool, and they have a great selection of local books, and I found some good Civil War stuff there. Yeah, you can tell there's doing some work on a building or two. A couple of neat, kind of antique, and yeah, look at that. I think there's like some nice framed maps and old advertisements in there. It was closed, but I'm looking forward to hitting that place up next time I'm in town. That was just great. Just a lot of great buildings through here. This would be a great reference place if you were doing an HO scale type railroad layout. Surely somebody has done that already. I have no doubt somewhere somebody has a gorgeous train layout based on Midway, Kentucky. Oh, and there's this great drugstore here. I've been in here before, and it's just a neat place to go and check things out. And by the way, we just kind of covered the main area. When I think of Midway, I think about that little town area around those railroad tracks. But we're going to take just a quick loop around a little bit more of the town. It's just such a pretty town. Pretty houses, so perfect. And anyway, I wanted to mention too the little bookstore that I pointed out earlier. I know I've been in there. The lady that runs it, her husband, I know he's written a couple of books on the Civil War. I've got two of his books. He's kind of covered northern Kentucky, and he's written kind of a little, almost like a little magazine type book on Midway in the Civil War. So yeah, if you're going to be in Midway, definitely stop in that little bookstore. And they have postcards and things like that. And, you know, pretty much any of these little shops, if you stick your head in, you're going to be dealing with friendly, enthusiastic locals. And again, those little buildings, those old buildings are just so pretty. Lots of nice buildings up through here, too. There was a little bakery we passed by up here, but again, it was closed. I got to get back up here on a Saturday. And we're going up towards the college. I didn't really get any video of the college. You know, I'm very familiar with most of the colleges, many of them in Kentucky, but this is one, yeah, I've never really visited the campus of Midway. I'm going to have to find a reason to get up there and just walk around the campus and see what it's like. Anyway, do you have any thoughts on Midway? What did I miss? If you have any suggestions for my next trip, let me know, because I'm looking forward to getting back there as soon as I can.